Hi, I'm Lulu, and today I'm going to show you some things I found at the thrift store over the last little while that suit a Valentine theme. Everything was found at the Value Village at Lansdowne and Bloor in Toronto, except for one thing that was found at the Salvation Army Thrift in Parkdale. I'll start with the linens. I found this hand crocheted table scarf or table linen. Maybe it was a placemat. It's a bit wide for a placemat, but it feels like it's made out of cotton thread. And that was $1.99. And in case you're more familiar with American dollars, the Canadian dollar is worth approximately 3/4 of an American dollar. So something that's $1.99 Canadian would be about $1.50 American. So I also found this cotton tea towel that's never been washed, never been used, and it's got a nice black and white polka dotted print. I like to decorate with black and white and red at Valentine's, and that was $1.49. Then the third linen, the final linen that I found at the thrift store is this cotton flat sheet in a black and white toile rose print, and that's made by the Ralph Lauren Home line. And I like to make my own duvet covers, so I'll use this as the cover and just get a plain black sheet for the bottom of it. But in the meantime, we'll just use it as a bedspread or a little blanket. And that was $6.99. That's it for the linens. Now, it wouldn't be a thrift store discussion by me if it didn't include some Corel. I like collecting vintage Corel. Now, I don't know if these are vintage. They're brand new. They barely look used, but they've got this nice black and white print. And I have 4 other Corel plates that are black and white, 2 sets of 2 different patterns. So now I have 3 different black and white patterns, and so a service for 6, and I'll just mix and match them. And these were $3.99 for both of them. I got this little candy dish, clear glass candy dish with a charming scalloped border. There's no marking on it, so I don't know who made it. And that was $1.99. I got another candy dish. We do eat candy at Valentine's Day. This one is, it's made by Fenton Glass, and it's a milk glass. The technical description of this would be milk glass hobnail, which are these knobs around here, ruffled hobnail footed milk glass candy dish. And Fenton Glass is an American glass company, and they started marking in the early 70s. They started marking all of their pieces on the bottom. This piece is not marked, so I'm assuming then it was made before the 70s. It does have the original foil sticker on it, and I am going to be the person to take that off because I want to give it a good cleaning, and they must have just wiped it in the past because otherwise this paper sticker wouldn't have still been there. Anyway, that's a nice piece. I got another piece of milk glass, and it's just this little vase. I have another little milk glass vase that I actually use all the time. So when I saw this, it's exactly the same height, a different style. I just picked it up. I thought it was cute. I don't know who it's made by, but I think I can probably, if I look it up properly, I can identify it based on this sort of star on the bottom. There's a glass company that did that, and I can't remember who they are. Anyway, that was 99 cents. And then this piece is the most Valentine-y thing that I found. And I actually found this off-season in the summer, and it's not marked. I have admired the vintage vase planters, Valentine planters on eBay, but because most of them are from in the States, and shipping to Canada is just so expensive for something like this. So I've never picked one up, but I was really pleased to find this one at the thrift store. It's got hearts at the back and on the sides, and this bow. I think I mentioned there's no markings on it, so I don't know who made it, but it was $1.99. Nice and clean inside. And then these are, oh no, I'll show you this first. This is an example of when you buy those bags of things, you don't always know exactly what's in them. You can see that because this is a Valentine video, this was my target here in the bag, this red glass. And I'm not sure if I did this, but I brought it home and I cleaned it up and I was giving it a good polish with my cloth, and I realized that the red is just painted on, or it's just on the outside, and the process of doing that is called flash. So this is flash glass, but either I wiped it off or it came that way and I didn't notice, but there's now some openings in the red, and it's supposed to be a votive holder, so if you put a candle in it you can see the part that's not good, but I'll still use it as a little bowl because it is quite a nice color. And if you don't see through it, I don't know if that does the trick, if you don't see through it you can't tell. And the other two pieces are not Valentines, but I'll show them to you. They're these two votive holders that are blue, that are the glass is blue, they're not painted. But I'm not the biggest fan of votive holders that are this big on top that, you know, you can look right down and see the candle in them. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I guess if I put them higher up on a display, they'll be okay, but they are a nice color. And that bag of 3 items was $2.99. And then the final thing from the thrift store was this set of 9. They're just plastic, but I thought they were cute. I have some ornaments that are red, and I use them at Valentine's, but I'd never seen the gold ones. And so the packages, not the package, there's an assortment of some matte finish and some shiny finish. And I actually have a vintage table runner that has a lot of gold in it that I use. It's got hearts on it as well that I use to decorate at Valentine's. So I thought these would go nicely with that. And so that's it for my thrift store things, and now I have a few things that I found on eBay. I bought these 3 little Valentines mostly because of this one. If you've watched my videos before, you know I'm a bit cat obsessed, and so I liked that. I also liked that these Valentines all had quite a lot of pink in them. And most of my vintage Valentines have a lot of red. This one's really sweet. So I got those 3. And then I've been looking for one of these at the thrift store or at antique markets and stuff, and I have never ever found one. So I finally ordered one from eBay. It's a vintage cotton hanky. And I guess in the olden days people would give this as a gift at Valentine's, because there's a whole bunch of different looks of Valentine hankies. It was a common thing, but not so common now that you find them in the thrift store. And so when you find them online, they're actually usually pretty expensive. So I was happy to find this one. I think it was about $12 and then shipping. And it's never been used, so I'll just sort of put it in a cone like that and put it in a glass. And then this last piece is something that this is the 3rd time I've bought this exact same thing. Well, one of these. And this is a book it's a reproduction book of children's Valentines that was put out by Golden Books in 2006. And the Valentines are actually flocked. You can see on the back there's some, but they're exact copies of vintage ones because I have some of the vintage ones. But these are ones, the reason I've bought it 3 times is because I like to send children, the children in my life, a Valentine. And we just had a whole bunch of new little babies born into our family, so I needed some more Valentines. It's got the envelopes that you cut and stick together. Now they are identified as being copies on the actual Valentine, so no one's going to get confused and think they are from, I don't know when these would have originally been made, maybe like in the 50s, but they're so sweet. Really like those. And then just one more point, if you like to make things, I make a lot of things. My main craft is crochet. And if you crochet, perhaps you'd be interested in this. There's a pattern on my blog that I just put up this week for a crocheted, it's a sachet. And what I do with these is I crochet a cover, and then there's a cotton insert cushion that you take out and you put your own essential oils on it, so that you can custom scent it however you want. So I just thought I'd show you that. And I'll just show all of this stuff in a little display at the end, and you'll be done with me. So thank you ever so much for watching, and happy Valentine's Day. Bye.